You know what they say. Something's got to give. It's a coach. You're set for Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see two teams, each riding a 3-game win streak, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Detroit Lions. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. From up top, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles Davis, as always, with me as well. CD, defenses better be on their toes in this one because we got two quarterbacks who love to throw the football, and they throw it very well.
Over 4,000 yards each in the previous season. So what you're saying is, if you're a defender, I hope you're prepared properly. Hydrated, stretched, be on your toes, as you said, because the ball's coming your way.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the Stanford man. It's Andrew Luck.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. And we look now at the Lions offense.
And we take a long look at Ezekiel Elliott, who led the league in rushing 2 out of the last 3 years. Certainly built to handle a huge workload. He led the league in total touches a season ago.
And that's complete to Adams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bucs under their new head coach, Bruce Arians. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback out of North Carolina State. It's Phillip Rivers.
In some ways, he reminds me of a past NFL great who played the quarterback position as well. Jawing with the opposition, trash talking a little bit, doesn't mind getting hit and battered around some that kind of gets him into the game. But once it's time to lock in, Phillip Rivers does that as well as any quarterback in the league.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And these are the guys we're about to see down on the turf in just a moment.
Joe Staley, the left tackle, one of the most respected players in the league, as well as one of the most talented.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Darius Leonard, last year's leading tackler as a rookie in the NFL, in on the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A carry for Foreman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Rivers on the money, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To the air again here, Rivers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To throw is Rivers. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be a 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rivers caught by the tight end Ertz. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
So I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So if we saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet, probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
Let's go, man.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure.
Look out! Here we go.
On 2nd and 7, Luck. It's caught here by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit, because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
Still first down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
3 down.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. That's Laurent Duvernay-Tardif. Actually, correction, Dr. Laurent Duvernay-Tardif, M.D., guilty there. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
That run successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Now Foreman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. That's 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Round 80! 52 the mic. You better be afraid of me. You got
On 2nd down now, Foreman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
180! Slack 11!
On 3rd down, Rivers. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
You got it! You got it! You got it!
Well, the Coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 6.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line.
A loss of 2 yards.
And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Jackson. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
2 yards on the pickup.
Check 52 to line. Check 52 to line.
They go play action. Rivers. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Come on, fellas.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Buccaneer 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Foreman. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rivers, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. A 1st down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
We play to win. Let's go.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try to mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Draw play, Elliott. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. The Lions on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Lott. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
First down, Buccaneers.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
On first down, Foreman, and an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing, Rivers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson, there on the coverage. A 2nd down throw for Rivers. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line.
First down.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try to get more pressure at the passer.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. That's complete to Sharp. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Rivers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14.
A gain of 13 yards.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover them.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tyler Boyd, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better? Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0.
Makes the score Buccaneers 13.
That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Trying to go back to Watkins, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run with Foreman. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 3rd and long for Rivers. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now Landry. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing it.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Now Luck says let's get going as he'll hustle him to the line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Luck now to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Back to throw, Luck. A dump off to Elliott. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it's the veteran Phillip Rivers who's up to his old tricks. His guys have the lead as we get you back up to Ford Field in Detroit and hand it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 9, Rivers. Ertz has it left side. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They had a catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Rivers now. Now they go screen. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's Locke. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Let's go. Right, 622. Right ahead. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up.
On 1st and 10, Locke. That's caught by Howard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
From the 40 now on second down. Luck, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
That's it, baby.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and
From the 25 on second down. Luck. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be second and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. 3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. It's caught here by Adams. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move,
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball to the post. Didn't happen that way.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Throwing Rivers. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second and 12, Rivers. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. That catch good for only a yard, and it will be 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Off the play fake here, Rivers airing one out for Boyd. And got his man complete. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Foreman. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
390.
Joseph on the tackle.
4 down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Lions' 26-yard line.
They run again with Foreman. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Rivers. And he connects with Ertz. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal.
Push him back.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
It's second and goal at the 9-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Williams. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Rivers to throw it. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Zach Ertz, his third touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. No surprise there, third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now here's Rivers. He'll bring his guys up, and they'll go for the 2-point conversion.
Watch the secret.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Lions nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 20.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
56
On first down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dontari Poe in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Locke. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Line 40.
10 more yards.
Mike's 50.
Harrison Smith on the tackle. 10 yards on the pickup.
On second and inches. Luck. And this is caught by Watkins. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another.
Luck on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves it with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Rivers. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football.
On for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Well, clearly that was a design play. I just don't know that it was the right design. I mean, your holder to have him pick it up and kind of be the power guy trying to run through the middle. Everything has to go right for that to work.
You mean you weren't relying on just great blocking to get him through? You kind of think maybe he can help make his own way if he's an actual running back instead of the holder? Yeah, I thought the same thing.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Mike's 50.
To throw again on second down. Luck. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Luck. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Luck now after the pick on the last drive. 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Again, Luck. He's got Smith here. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Well, maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he thought he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it second down. Throwing again on second down. Luck over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. To the air again, Luck. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
3 down.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Now it's Luck.
Here we go.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. A shotgun snap for Luck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jarvis Landry, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10.
Everyone got 4 down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it third and 10.
No gain on the play. And it brings up third down.
Play fake. Rivers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Rivers now. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
A 22-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Andrew Luck now. He gears up to lead this offense again. And not the start that he expected. You look at the numbers, though, he's got back here to his elite level.
And I get the sense that the defense game planned a little bit different than what he expected. You know, he had an idea from watching tape what he should expect. They changed things up on him a little bit and caused that slow start. But the best ones, they take it as a challenge, and they come fighting back. And that's exactly what you saw there.
Back to throw, Luck.
I think it all came together.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Whitney merciless. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And he's got the hook up to Landry. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. 3rd and 2, Luck. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing is Luck. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Dontari Poe in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Bucs, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.